Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where we are on the test server to bring you a look at some of the quality of life features that are coming in the patch, which presumably is landing sometime this week for the 6th anniversary. By the way, it is finally here. Background battles. You might notice this over here. You're going to see my gems going down, my energy, stuff popping up. Background battles is pretty much one of the biggest features of this patch. Though I will say right at the start, a lot of the feedback I've been seeing from other content creators has been very, very negative. And yeah, so brace yourselves. This might not be the feature that you want it to be. Well, anyway, let's dive in. Let's see what's actually here. So, background multi-battles. This is the big one. Once you hit level 45, it'll be unlocked for all game modes where multi-battle is already available. And here's the thing. While you are running your background multi-battles, you can do sort out gear, you can summon champions, but some of the things you're not able to, I believe, Arena's not there. I don't know if we can fight Arena or if that will break it. I mean, let's try. And there we go. No, we can't. Background multi-battle is running. Would you like to stop it? No, continue. So we cannot currently do Arena. You cannot do any other battles, in fact, while multi-battle is running. That is your battles. You can, as I said, you can change your gear. I guess if you change the gear on the champions that are in the multi-battles, it would break it. But yeah. Now, Plarium has said that in the future, in fact, let me get the wording they used. Okay, the wording is actually, it's very substantial. This is a much bigger message than I had remembered. But here we go, a ton of info here. A little more information about background multi-battle so you can have a full picture. First of all, it's important to emphasize this is only the first step towards time reduction optimizations. The feature right now is only a beginning. The ultimate goal is to enable fighting opponents in arena when running your background multi-battles, but we've a long road ahead in order to achieve this goal. That would be my expectation for this, right? Is that I don't think you're ever going to be able to like multi-battle. Like right now I'm multi-battling Phantom Shogun. I don't think I will, from the sound of it, ever be able, or at least within the next year, be able to fight Phantom Shogun and also fight Sand Devil. Doesn't sound like that's a thing. But that I will be able to do arena battles. So I'll be able to go into the arena tab and do those. That is coming. It sounds like that is months away though, so don't expect it anytime soon. So this is very much a do your multi-battles without having it on the screen kind of thing. And it should as well. In fact, let's see, we can cancel these ones. Let's see how it's set up. So we stop the multi-battle, please. And we'll see when it's done. I don't know how well this team works on the test server. It clearly does work. It should stop. Otherwise, it'll be done eventually. Will it warn me when it's done? Let's actually see. Will it pop up a thing saying, hey, it's done? We'll find out. We'll come back to that in a second. You cannot sell gear from the background multi-battle window. The artifacts you obtain during the runs will be added to your account right away. You'll be able to interact with them even before the background multi-battles are finished. So, okay, you can use the gear selling filter to keep items you find valuable. What if your inbox is overflown, probably overflowing? In order to avoid such situations, we'll have a separate pop-up that gives you a heads up that your inbox is full before you start the background multi-battle, so you can clear out some space. There are some extra cases when your inbox is almost full. Oh yeah, so watch out for that. If your inbox is almost full, it sounds like you're just gonna. By the way, oh, I should grab those. By the way, these resources are just test server resources. Yeah, it sounds like if your inbox is full, it will warn you. But if you're at like, from the sounds of it, if you're at like 390 out of 400, it will just start the multi-battle and then you're going to be screwed, right? It's just going to start auto-selling your gear. Doesn't look like it warns me when it's done. Okay, there comes up a result screen. Maybe there was a pop-up and I missed it while I was tabbed out. But there we go. There's the results. That's what it looks like. Cool. Job done. The way we set it up, we come over here. When we come into multi-battle, you basically set up, in fact, let's do it in a dungeon, might be even more clear. We come over here, we set up our multi-battle. So we can turn on our gear selling filter and set that up as always. We can decide whether to do super raids or not, gems or not, continuing if we lose or not, max level or not, all the normal stuff. And then instead of clicking start multi-battle, you can also set how many. So we can say do 3. Yeah, don't continue when champions are max level. Do super raids, use gems. use the gear selling filter, go, and boom, it will go and it will do. So yeah, I mean, I think certainly for managing your gear, it's nice, and gear management is tricky, but yeah, that's sort of it. That's sort of what we would expect. Yeah, so cannot provide a more detailed timeline. Everything will depend on the technical capabilities, how the test runs, and yeah, that sort of stuff. So there we go. That's basically where we are at. So yeah, it's a starting point. I think it's great to have it, but it's not fully fleshed out. I certainly think being able to do arena while these multi-battles are going will be really, really nice. In fact, let's also just double check that it works. Let's stop this one. In fact, let's just end this one, so that just cancels it and your energy is wasted, right? It should work for something like Doom Tower as well. So let's say, hey, yeah, that's super battle. Yeah, great. Continue if you, yeah, great, start, boom. So you can use it for Doom Tower. Anywhere that you can use multi-battles, you can use this, which is, I think, pretty cool. Let's get up some of the other features. Okay, so we've got our quality of life changes then. So the Bastion is looking super festive. Well, you guys have already seen that. The 6th anniversary stuff. It does look a little bit empty. I am wondering if the new fusion is not being revealed at time of recording, at least not properly. I wonder if they're going to show up. Maybe not. Maybe this is it. I feel like last year Armand's was like dancing around and doing magic tricks and stuff. I wonder if the new fusion is going to appear there. Don't know, but we'll see. Maybe this is it. It is nice though. 100 extra slots added to the artifact and accessory storage. Let's see if that is showing up. I've got 1,600 spots there now and 1,600. Okay, I guess it was 1,500 before. That's nice. Siege clan orders. Just a little something will make the clan management in Siege more effective. Clan leaders and deputies will be able to set attack flags with high, medium, and low priority. They'll have an option to keep those flags for the next Siege as well. I don't believe I am a deputy or anything. No, never mind. We're stuck in matchmaking phase anyway in the test server. So I don't know what this is going to do. But okay, so clan leaders, deputies, put attack flags, say high, medium, low. I wonder, do these show up for setting priorities for your defense, or are they only for attack? I don't know. Seems kind of nice. Again, it's a small thing. We are in a position for my clan where basically everything about Siege is done through Discord. But this seems useful as well. Like very often it will be like, okay, guys, focus on, we need to take down whatever this post and go for the mana shrine. That is the goal. And don't attack other stuff. So being able to set those might be kind of useful. That seems like a nice little thing, and I think that's good. I'm sure more is needed. Again, I'm not super familiar with how Siege would go for like a more casual clan, because ours is very hardcore. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but there we are. New relics, we'll come to those. Actually, no, I can show those right now. In fact, I can show those right now. Let's actually cover this next spot first. In fact, let's cover this last spot first. New avatar frames. I don't believe I can see these. We'll come to the new relics in a second. Avatar frames. Maybe this one is new. I don't know. These are the avatar frames on the test server. I don't know if any of these are new or not. They look cool, though. I think these three down here I've not seen before, but they might be in the game already. Avatar frames is something I enjoy, but don't pay a huge amount of attention to. Live Arena, seasonal gear sets, Stonecleaver, and Rebirth. And the new relics are going to be from Live Arena. So there is no Live Arena on the test server, but it seems Live Arena seasons are coming with a bunch of new Live Arena stuff. So first of all, we have 8 new relics from Live Arena. I have recorded an entire video breaking these down in detail. I'll flick through them here. You can take a look and pause if you want, but I do have a whole video going through, giving my thoughts on each one and breaking it down. So check out that video for more information. But yeah, this Live Arena, you get Ruined Obsidian, so a resource from Live Arena. And then, again, it works the same as your stuff from Chimera. You've got like a 50-50 to craft either the Live Arena relics or just your standard ones. Same as everything. But yeah, new relic resource from Live Arena. I'm assuming Live Arena seasons might be with this patch. But as of when I'm recording this, I have no information as to what Live Arena seasons will be, how it will work differently. Just that, yes, you're getting the rewards for those relics and 2 new gear sets. Let me get the information for the gear sets up and let's take a look. Okay, so the first gear set to take a look at is Stonecleaver. That's the visuals of it. Looks cool. Let me bring up the more important part. Let me bring up the stats. And here we go. I'm back over this side. No, stay over this side. I'm blocking stuff. Here is the new Stonecleaver set. So it is a 9-piece flexible set, and this one, spoiler warning in advance, to me looks like it's pretty bad. Yes, this set looks like it kind of sucks, and I'd expect it, honestly, to be buffed. We will see. So with 1 piece, you get 10% attack, 2 pieces, 15% crit damage, 3 pieces, 5% speed. With 4 pieces, 30% more damage to stone skin shields. 5 pieces, 15% attack. 6 is 20% ignore defense. 7 is another 5% speed. 8 is 15% crit damage. And then 9 pieces plus 70 damage to stone skin shields. I do think it's interesting that, I mean, certainly we had Modo of the Peel come out recently, and I did think it was quite funny with him that he has this move that does more damage to stone skin. And you've got the Blessing now as well, which is more damage to stone skin. We now have a gear set, which is, again, giving you more damage to stone skin. Of course, as you guys know from my Modo showcase, the funny thing about Modo is that, especially if you run him with Esme, his A2 actually does more damage to stone skin than his A3 because the ignore defense and the multiplier is so much higher, which is hilarious. The stone skin smashing move is worse. But that aside, it's interesting that they're pushing this as more of a thing, but I still don't think this is enough. It's still really difficult to actually break stone skin. And honestly, this 4-piece bonus is really bad. I feel like this should be at least 50%, and then this one should be the 50%, should be 50% as well. I think so much is weighted to the 9-piece. I really think even if this was good, it's very high investment. You effectively kind of need that Cracking Roots Blessing, probably at least 5-star, and you would need the 9-piece of this to even consider doing that good damage to stone skin. But there's also another massive cost of it. I think that this set is undertuned in a number of ways. I think it's only really good for the 1 to 2 piece. If I come over to someone in Merciless, here we go, Eilil, we're going to be looking at him soon. But if I compare this to the Merciless set, we get very similar bonuses, actually. 10% attack, 15% crit damage, 5% speed, 15% attack. So most of those bonuses are the same. And that's nice, you know? I mean, heck, throw on a Stonecleaver accessory or 2, and you're getting a bunch of extra attack and crit damage. Pretty nice for your damage dealers. The 5% speed is small. That's unlikely to be something you'd build around. Maybe it's a decent bonus. But Merciless is so much stronger. A 30% chance to reduce a skill cooldown by 1 when dealing damage is infinitely more useful, both on supports and on damage dealers. Then 30% damage to stone skin shields. I just feel like this is too low to matter. And then this is the big one. With 6 pieces, 20% ignore defense. Compared to Merciless, 35%. 35% ignore defense. Savage, the 4-piece set, is 25. If you put 2 pieces of Cruel alongside the Savage, you're up to 30%. I feel like 20% is way undertuned. I feel like this should be bare minimum 25%. And arguably should be more. I guess you might, you know, run a Cat's Gaze Relic or something, or some gemstones that are giving you ignore defense, and some champions might be overcapping on ignore defense, you know? So maybe this would be okay, like maybe like a Wukong or something like that. Someone who's got a bunch of ignore defense anyway might not care so much. I mean, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here, guys. I'm trying to come up with something. There might be some champions that don't care so much about all the ignore defense on the gear set, and maybe the anti-stone skin is enough, but I don't really think so. But yeah, and then again, for 9 pieces of Merciless, 15% chance of extra turn, this is giving you 70% to stone skin. So this is very much like Merciless, but worse. It's the same stats as the Merciless, but the ignore defense is worse, and I think the 4 and the 9-piece bonuses are worse. Yeah, there's no content aside from Arena right now where Stone Skin exists, even. Maybe in the new Faction Wars there'll be some enemies in Stone Skin. I don't know. But very few champions are able to actually break Stone Skin. Like, the only champion I think you see regularly doing it would be Siegfried, because Siegfried, like, his A3 is frankly just ridiculously overpowered. There's no other way to put it. It's completely OP. They overbuffed him to hell, and he's the only champ I think you see consistently destroying Stone Skin. So this set might be good for him, but then again, you would also be losing quite a lot. With Siegfried specifically, you tend to run him in, like, what, 4-piece lethal, 4-piece feral, usually, so that he can't be bombed. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's this one is pretty underwhelming. I don't think this is too exciting, but But I do think that this has the potential to be buffed. I think the 4, 6, and 9 piece, I think any or all of these could be buffed in the future. I think it's something that they might do. And yeah, I do think that they have been trying to push champions physically breaking Stone Skin a lot more recently. It's quite easy to break Stone Skin with champs like Sulfurion and Volcanos and that sort of thing, Gizmak. But breaking it with raw damage is clearly something they want to push. I just don't think we're quite there yet. But this is a set to watch for in the future. I think, though, right now, this looks pretty bad. Now, this next set is much better. This one is called Rebirth, and again, that's the visuals for it. Looks pretty cool. And here are the effects. It is very much like Pinpoint, but resistance version, but check it out. 1 piece, 20 resist, 2 piece, 10% speed, very strong. 3 pieces, 20 resist. At 4 pieces, you get 10% more HP and 10% turn meter given to allies revived by this champion. That's really good, actually. 5 pieces, another 10% speed. With 6 pieces, puts block damage buff on the wearer for 1 turn when an ally is killed by an enemy. No cooldown. Just happens. 7 pieces is 20 resist, 8 pieces is 12% speed, and 9 pieces decreases the cooldown of any revived ally skills by 1 turn. Well, this one is super spicy. This one is really good. Again, if we compare it to Pinpoint, it's actually the same as, is it the same as Supersonic, actually? No, sorry, it's got speed. Derp. It's different. I think it's the same as Pinpoint. Yes, it's the same as Pinpoint, except instead of accuracy, it's resistance. So you're getting like resist, and speed, like 10% speed, 12%. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah, 10, 12, yeah. And yeah, so it is literally Pinpoint stats, but flipped from accuracy to resistance, which means it's very good. If you're trying to do a resistance build, that's nice, it's flexible. Although with resistance builds, you can work in some protection and Stone Skin for better resistance bonuses. But this is definitely viable, and considering that Pinpoint is not always available, this presumably will always be available from Live Arena. This could be a very consistent source of, for newer players, for players that don't have much Pinpoint, to get your accessories for 10% extra speed, which is super important. So I think this 2-piece bonus is incredibly strong. I think the 1 and 3 piece are kind of whatever. The 4 piece is really nice, though. That is really, really good. Making your revives much stronger is pretty darn powerful. Yeah, that's very, very nice. The 6 piece is obviously crazy. Anytime an ally is killed, you get block damage. That is really completely insane. Like, imagine this on a Galathier. Galathier can't be one-shot on turn 1 anyway, right? He can't be one-shot because he's got the equalized HP, so he'll sort of survive, and he's probably very tanky. And yeah, then his revive becomes much stronger. Instead of 50% HP turn meter, 10%. And whenever anyone dies, he starts getting block damage. Like, that could go kind of nuts. Reducing the skill cooldowns is pretty cool. Yeah, I would say the only thing about this set is you are going up against a good bit of competition. So you could be running, the 6 piece is very strong, but it means if you've got 6 pieces of this set, you cannot have any Stone Skin. You cannot have 4-piece Supersonic, etc. So you're going to be giving up quite a lot. Yeah, you're going to be giving up a lot to run this, but this still has potential to be very good on certain champions, and certainly outside of Arena for PvE content, this is going to be extremely good for any revivers as well. Now, I will say, like for some champs, let's say for Elva, for instance, where's my Elva? Here we go. Like that 9-piece protection, you're getting pretty much the same stats, really. I think you actually get 2% less speed overall. But with this gear set, these protected buffs and allies doing more damage per buff, it's probably going to add up to way more damage. Like for a champion like Elva, who, yes, has a revive, but also is bringing in lots of buffs on her A1 and her A2, even her passive, the Perfect Fail. For a champion like that, who has so many buffs, will this set be more valuable? It's a bit of a hard sell. I'd say for a champion, though, like, Lady Noelle, who's got a really good revive on a short cooldown, could be very good, where she only has the 1 buff for the team, increased speed. So she might be a good one to consider for it. But needless to say, I think this set, Rebirth, has a lot more potential. This one is actually genuinely really good. This could be huge for any wave-based content. Yeah, this one is pretty cool. This one is very spicy. Very spicy. So yeah, I think this one is worth doing Live Arena for. The other one, I'm very unconvinced, but I am kind of expecting it to be buffed, honestly. But this one is really good. So those are the sets from Live Arena. And yeah, I think that's everything we've got to cover from this new test server, at least for now. Like I said, I do have a full video on the new relics. So if you want to see my breakdown of the new relics, I'll have that out probably at the same time as this video. Yeah, expect more background multi-battle updates in the future. It's definitely a nice change. I mean, look, I was able to do those battles while still babbling and checking things in game. Well, somewhat checking things in game. It's somewhat, it's a nice feature, but it can be so much more. So we're definitely looking to see what comes out in the future. Live Arena seasons appear to be coming. I'm very curious what that actually means. It's not on the test server, but the gear sets, one of them is bad. I think one of them is really good. And yeah, I think, yeah, so I'm just looking, that's basically everything. I'll do other videos. We got obviously the Calamitous and Eilil buffs. We'll do other videos on those. I had to actually get, I've got to do a few more background battles. I need to upgrade this because it's upgraded on the live game, and then I can compare my Eilil directly. So yeah, I'm going to run some more background battles for Phantom Shogun. Huzzah. Truly exciting. And yeah, it's just do a bunch of background battles, please. There we go. And that's how it works, guys. Let me know what you think about this test server. Are you excited? Are you not? I think it's a bit of a mixed bag. I think there's some great stuff and some bad stuff. I'm curious what you think. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.